Hi and welcome back to All Things Pop Pop. Today I wanted to discuss the images that David Ayer released on the new Suicide Squad movie. So he released two images. The first image is of the members of the Suicide Squad, and the second is an image of Will Smith in his Deadshot gear. So let's get started. So for those who may not know what the Suicide Squad is, they're criminals who are promised shorter sentences if they go on missions. That operation is run by Amanda Waller, and it's called Task Force X, but dubbed Suicide Squad because the missions are so difficult that they're essentially a suicide mission. Now, depending on what run of the comics you're reading, the members of the Suicide Squad change. Now, for New 52, they included Harley Quinn and Deadshot, as well as Captain Boomerang, also parts of the team. Now, for this movie, the cast are Slipknot, Captain Boomerang, Enchantress, Katana, Rick Flag, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Killer Croc, and El Diablo. Now, these are all the characters that we actually saw in the image that was released. And so right off the bat, I'm going to say I like the image. I really wasn't particularly interested in Suicide Squad. What the Joker image had excited me about was the type of Joker that we were going to get in the cinematic universe. And really that's important because it shapes who Batman is, it shapes what the Justice League is, it shapes the whole dynamics of all the superheroes within the universe. So the Joker really didn't put me on to the Suicide Squad. However, this image has. Some of them are really armed, some of them are crazy, others don't even look human. And really this is interesting because it's important to know why the image was released as a full cast image and not like individual images, because I think David Ayer really wants you to know that this movie is about a team that's here to survive. And yeah, they're kind of misfits, they're kind of weird, they don't look like they belong, and I really think this image captures that well. I think this image captures the tone of what the movie is going to be about, which is about a team that, while they don't look alike, they definitely don't look like they would even get along. They have to get along. They have to work as a team just to survive. And so that makes it look like there might be a lot of tension between the cast because, again, they look so different. There are some characters in it that, of course, I'm not familiar with. And your general movie audience members are also not going to know about them either. But I think this was a smart way to introduce them to us slowly. Of course, casting these big celebrities as these unknown characters is also a great way to introduce the general audience to who these characters are and hopefully make them more invested into learning about who they are. And of course, we have to mention Harley Quinn because she's pretty much what the general audience is most interested in. Everyone wants to know what Harley Quinn's going to look like. What is she wearing? Is she close to her origins? What kind of accent she's gonna have. Everyone wants to know these things, and this image just barely scratches the surface. But this is the first image we get of Harley Quinn, so people are gonna like get their magnifying glasses out and start looking for details and clues. And really what I was able to pick up was she has some blue in her hair, her fingernails are painted, what I believe are the suit of cards. She has some tattoos on her thighs, and of course she's wearing underwear. Otherwise, Harley's costume in general, I give it like an 8, you know? It doesn't bother me. If she was wearing something more normal, then I'd be surprised. Then I'd be like, whoa, girl does not wear regular pants. She probably won't be wearing a skirt unless it's super short, you know, because she's crazy. And what do crazy people do? What do crazy people wear? They wear whatever the fuck they want. And Harley, she just put on some pants. Maybe they're not even pants. I think they're just underwear, and just, you know, bedazzle them and went on her way because she's Harley and she can do that. She's the one that I think is just the most oddly of the whole group. But again, if you take them for the group that they are, this is a team. They're all equal. They're all here for the same reason. They're all pretty much equally dangerous, but also equally capable of finishing the mission. So one thing that I would have to say about Harley, regardless of what Harley was wearing, people would have hated it anyways. She looks the good kind of crazy. She raises the whole group's crazy level up, because again, if you consider them all team members, all equals, if the two people next to her are heavily armed and she just seems to have like this one handgun tucked into her jacket, you know, wearing combat boots and shorts, then you know she has to be on another level of crazy to even be in the same fight with any of them. So this was most exciting. I want Harley to be crazy. I don't want her to be a good girl, because good girls are boring. You want her to have like an edge. You want her to be kind of like, we like her because she's Harley, but not because she's a good person. And again, she's a psychopath. And I don't think that this image really let me down. It showed me that she's different. They weren't afraid to make her different. And I still think that she has her genuine Harleyness to her. She has like the quirkiness. She's laughing in the image, and she looks like she's having fun there. And again, that's kind of creepy. They're all like fighting for their lives, really, and she's laughing. Next, I'm going to talk about the Deadshot solo image. So we have Will Smith. He's wearing the helmet, and you know, I'm a little torn on the helmet because one, it kind of looks like a soccer ball on the top of his head, and two, it's not as sleek as how it is in the comics. But granted, getting inspiration from something that's hand-drawn, you know, that's not really dealing with anatomy, it's really hard to really replicate. And so you also have to consider Will Smith has huge ears, so it can't be as sleek as I wanted it along his face, you know, and his jaw. So this is probably maybe the best they could have done. I still think it's the shape of it is a little odd. However, without it, then he'd just be a guy with a sniper. And really, Deadshot is about his mask. I don't mind that it seems that he has both eyes available, because again, I think that makes the most sense anyways. The shape of the helmet is a little weird, but again, I do think that he looks so creepy. And if they would have had him with his helmet on in the group picture, I think we would have seen more of like the band of freaks that they really are, because again, these are psychopaths. These are all certified villains that do crazy shit. Everyone has their own different moral compass, and not everyone's, of course, is going to be the most terrible person. Everyone does have a redeeming quality to them, but I do want them to focus on the fact that these people have made mistakes. They've probably killed people already. I want it to be that, yeah, they've done some shit, and this is how they live their life, and they don't live with any regrets. I don't want my villains to regret anything. Seeing them as a group makes me excited, because now I have a better glimpse as to what the movie's really going to be about. What do you guys think of the image? I like it. The Deadshot helmet is alright, but I'm actually pretty happy with Harley's outfit. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if she had multiple outfits as well. And we have yet to see what her weapons are. I kind of, when I saw that gun, because the hilt looks white, I'm like, what if it's just a toy gun and it shoots bang bang? And that would be so cool too. But again, I'm happy with it. The makeup looks great. I think it fits perfectly. And so the cast all together, they look like they could be menacing, like it's about to go down. They're not there to die. So again, thanks for watching. Also, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Bye-bye.